Hi, I am Jessica Graham Robinson of SacredSpaceHealingArts.com, and today is day 5 of the Sacred Self Challenge. And I'm here to talk to you about identity evolution and to guide you through a really powerful exercise that I have used many times and I continue to use over and over every year throughout my year, probably several times a year. And it's very simple. So you already got the Identity Evolving worksheet. So I'd like you to take that out and make sure you have that on hand. And if you don't have it, just make sure you have something you can write with, a journal, a piece of paper, a pen. And then I want you to find a comfortable place to sit. So if you need to pause this video so that you can find the right spot, go ahead and do that now. And then once you've found a good place to sit, which could be in a chair, it could be leaning up against a wall, it could be on the floor, wherever you are comfortable and you can have a long spine. And I mean really comfortable. So I don't want you sitting there and your lower back or your middle back kind of screaming at you because you're not used to sitting on the floor. So if that's not your thing, just don't do that. We're going to take some time and get quiet. I'm going to lead you through a little meditation visualization for part of this exercise. So go ahead and take that seat wherever it is, get comfortable, get in it. And I want you to close your eyes. If you haven't already, just take your hands to your butt cheeks, basically, and use your right hand to pull out the right side and your left hand to pull out the left side. And you're trying to sit up more on your sitting bones so that your spine can be long and freer, and you don't have any of those weird things like your back screaming at you. All right, so now that you're comfortable, you have a long spine. Close your eyes and take that first deep breath into your lower belly. And it might help here to take both of your hands and place them on your lower belly. And just do that right now and breathe into your lower belly and feel your hands expand. And now as you breathe into your lower belly, I want you to also expand into your lower back and hips and pelvic floor. So you're breathing in and out through your nose, feeling an expansion deep in the pelvis. And this expansion will help you to feel more grounded and to be more centered in the present right now. So that whatever is going on in the rest of your day and the rest of your life, that's not here right now. What's here right now is you sitting, breathing, and really settling in to your body. So again, spine is long, eyes are closed, breathing in and out deeply through your nose. These deep grounding breaths. So you're literally breathing into your womb space. And I say that, but I also want to just say all of us don't have wombs. So I don't want you to think of that as something that you don't have. We all have that space. It's the second chakra. It's the space between the navel and the pubic bone. And it's just a sacred space that we create from, that we feel from, that our intuition in some ways comes from, our sense of connecting with the world through our senses, our sensuality, relationships in a way come from this place. So we're just breathing there first. And then as that part of you begins to feel full and awake and grounded, you can begin to take the breath up as well. But we're always going to go down first. So breathing in, this next breath, it goes down to the pelvic floor, expands out through the lower belly, lower back, hips. It keeps expanding upward in the direction of your heart and expands fully into the back of your heart, the sides of your heart, and then the front of your heart. And then anywhere else it needs to go. If your breath needs more space, just keep filling up. And then as you exhale, feel a grounding down again through your seat, through the earth. As you inhale, breathe down low, let it fill up, move into the back body, expand out on all sides, feel long and lifted. And then keeping that sense of length and connection with the top of your head through like to sky. As you exhale, grounding back down. Relax your body. So as you do this right now, you continue with your breath. Continue the inhaling and the exhaling. And as you do this, I want you to allow your body to start to get more and more relaxed. Your mind more and more relaxed. And at the same time, more and more aware. So you're very awake and very relaxed, which are two things we don't often put together in normal life. Oftentimes it's one or the other, especially in our modern busy lives. You wake up and start rushing around. You think awake, aware, moving quickly. But instead, I want you to be alert, awake, paying attention in your mind, but very relaxed at the same time. So there's nothing you have to do. There's this feeling of ease. And now I'm going to ask you to just keep breathing a deep and full and centering breath. You don't have to continue breathing necessarily so intently into the belly and the heart in the same way, but do have an awareness that your breath continues. And now I want you to think of that identity evolving worksheet. Maybe you have it handy, maybe you've already filled it out. If you have not filled it out, it doesn't matter. Think about what's on there if you have anything on there. If you need to glance at it, you can do that, but stay in this space rather than rushing to go grab something and getting out of your body again. Stay here. And you can glance at it, or you can just go into yourself. I am becoming the kind of person who. What are you writing? What is filling in those blanks? If you had that blank space, what would you put in it? What kind of a person are you becoming? Who do you want to evolve into next? So that's what I want you to just spend a little bit more time. Hopefully you've already done this worksheet once or twice by now. And you're just going to continue to dream a little bit in that space. And remember that nothing is too big here. It doesn't have to be something that's easy, and it doesn't have to be something that someone approves of. Please don't make it something someone approves of. Instead, I want you to think big. I want you to think that the person you are becoming, maybe the thing you write down feels almost a little scary because it feels so far away. But that's okay. We're looking for something that is further along than you are, right? We're looking for something that's more, that's in the direction you want to go in. So it should feel a little scary. So once you feel complete in that dreaminess of figuring that piece out, we're going to do a little visualization. So you're still sitting, your eyes are still closed. I want you to imagine that all of the things that you wrote down are already happening now. That the person you are becoming, that you are that already. Whatever qualities, whatever things you wrote down, bring that future self into this present moment and feel yourself living from there. Imagine yourself, your future self, you, right now, as your future self. Imagine yourself doing something you would normally do in your life. Maybe it's picking your kids up from school. Maybe it's waking up first thing in the morning. Maybe it's interacting with a certain person or a group of people. Maybe it's going to work. Whatever it is, or maybe it's all of these things. Imagine yourself in those situations and notice what's different. What feels different? How do you show up differently now that you are this person that you've become as your future self? What does that person do differently than you do right now, currently, than you have been doing? So take a few minutes to, again, we're using our imaginations because your imagination is the most powerful tool that you have to create. It really is. It's so underestimated and underused in the modern world in so many areas. It's so powerful. So just imagine you are your future self. You are what you said you wanted to become. How does that person wake up in the morning? What's the first thought that comes into that person's head? How does it feel to be in that person's body? How does it feel to interact with people you know? I'm going to give you a little more time for doing this, for just feeling into it. Because I really want you to embody this future you right now, at least in your imagination. Once you are there, once you feel fully alive in that within you, you feel it come to life a little, as best as you can in this moment. You can always redo this. You can always rewatch and redo. What habits do you think that person has? How do you think that future self takes care of herself? What do you think that future self says no to or yes to? So I want you to now begin to breathe again down into your belly and lower back, into the back of your heart, into the sides in front of your heart. I want you to just start to think and feel in your body again. Feel the chair if you're sitting on the chair. Feel the chair or the couch or the floor under your seat. Feel your feet. Feel the air on your skin. Start to move your fingers and toes and start to just slowly let your eyes blink open. So just take a few deep breaths there and notice when we do visualizations like this, when we do meditations and things of this nature, oftentimes when you open your eyes, the world looks a little different because you're coming from a different mindset. You're moving in a way that's slower, and you're more open to what is right here, right now, to your sacred self. You are sacred, and you are special in the same way that everyone else is sacred and special. And we all have our own gifts that we bring to the table, to life, and we all have our own calling, our dharma, as we call it in Ayurveda and yoga. And whatever your purpose is, it can change a little throughout your life. There could be a period where your purpose is to nurture your children, and another period where it is to educate the public, and another period where it is to nurture a community, right? I don't know what your purpose is. Only you have access to that. And when we meditate and when we do things that care for ourselves, when we nourish ourselves, we remind ourselves of that potential that we all have and that can be fulfilled. And so I want you to feel inspired in the know and really fully knowing that whatever it is that you want out of the next step, the next level, you can have it. There's a quote that I love, and it was in the email, and it's, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. I remember as a young girl getting a journal with that quote on the front as my 11th birthday present. And it immediately struck me and has been so meaningful in my life from that day. That is one of my biggest beliefs. I know that no matter how stuck you feel right now, everything is possible for you. It's just a matter of believing it. So now your work is to take what we just did and journal about it, to flip over your identity evolving sheet or write in your journal about what habits this person has. What did it feel like to be that person? What did it feel like to show up in your visualizing? If you show up as that person, what was different? And was it amazing? I would love to hear what this was like for you, what you got out of it. Please post in our group and let me know about your progress and what's going on for you. I'm here for you. And I am Jessica Graham Robinson signing off. Namaste.